The reason I thought conservatives might find Thompson appealing in particular is because there was this authenticity about him that seemed to contrast with candidates really going back a couple election cycles and then also in the current cycle, in that he didn't stop and think about what he was going to say before he said it. He just said it, and sometimes said things that I thought were, politically could be taken as politically unwise. And one example was, I asked him about the Scooter Libby issue, which was still at the time going on. I said, well, should he be pardoned? And he said, well, of course he should. And that was not a politically popular thing to say necessarily at the time. And you had other Republican candidates, when they were asked about it, sort of hem and haw, I'm not sure. And I asked Thompson about what Iran was doing in Iraq with funding, equipping, and training some of the insurgents going into Iraq. I said, well, gosh, aren't those acts of war in a sense? And he said, well, of course they are. And he just said these things, and there was no sort of, you didn't see him stop and think, okay, well, how is this going to play, and what am I going to read about that? Now, I think some of that appeal may have been diminished by the fact that he hasn't gotten in for as long as it's taken him. I think there's a growing sense, especially among conservatives, that he needs to really get in because this is almost too cute.